Hello again. If you'll be sitting this year's UTME, you should have started preparing for the exam by now. And if you've not started preparing, this is a wake up call for you. It's time to start preparing seriously for the exam. It's been a little while here. If you're new here, I'm currently a 50 medical student of the University of Ibadan. And for over 3 years now, I've been making helpful videos sharing exam preparation and admission tips. And I'm specifically here for you to guide you through the preparation for this year's UTME. I understand that this is a pivotal stage for you and it's important transition from secondary education to tertiary education. And I'm here to guide you and support you through the process, not just in preparation for the exam, but in making the right decision that will eventually get you an admission into the higher institution of your choice for the course of your choice. So you can see me as your online brother or friend. And one thing I will ask in return is for you to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss any of the amazing things I have for you coming up. And I'm also pleased to announce to you that I've been writing a book which contains everything you need to prepare for this exam effectively. More about this at the end of the video. Now let's talk about when the registration mock and exam for 2025 is going to be. At the moment of recording this video, today is the 5th of January 2025. There's no exact official date, but on the 30th of December 2024, which was last year, also last month, JAMB in their bulletin released that the registration date is going to be announced and it is going to be sometime in January. So you should know that the registration for JAMB is going to start very soon this month. But the exact date has not been said yet. But trust me that the moment the exam data is released, I'm going to let you know. More reason why you should stick around here, subscribe to the channel. Also in that bulletin, another thing caught my attention. It is also JAMB warning against the use of Lali, ENA, so please avoid using this thing. As I said, it might interfere with the process of biometric capture. So when you have that on your hand, it might be difficult for your fingerprint to be read. And you know that your fingerprint is one of the things that is taken during the registration. And when you want to write the exam too, your fingerprint is checked, which has to match. So if you're planning to do that, just wait till after your exam, then you can do your ENA or Lali. So like I've said before, there's no exam dates officially announced yet, but from the pattern from the previous years, I think if you start studying now, you have about 3 to 4 months to your exam, which I believe is good enough time to actually prepare effectively for the exam if you're starting now. So again, if you're seeing this video now and you've not started studying, you should start immediately. Do you know the reason why you should take your UTME preparation, your JAMB preparation very seriously? The reason is because admission in Nigeria, I don't like to say this because it might seem like I'm scaring you, but I'm not. That's actually the fact. Admission in Nigeria is actually competitive. Numbers of students applying to institution in Nigeria is way more than the number the institution can admit, which means some students will not be admitted and they will have to retake this exam. And this is especially or particularly important for students that are seeking, that are going for highly sought after courses like medicine, law, pharmacy, engineering courses, accounting. Those courses are highly sought after. Like a very big percentage of the students applying for, different institutions and different courses are actually going for these highly sought after courses, which means even more students, like a disproportionately large amount of students, are applying for these courses, which makes it very competitive. So if you really want to get the course you want in the institution you want, you have to have a very high UTME score. And one of the ways to have it is by starting early. So again, for the last time, I'm not going to say that anymore in this video. If you've not started preparing, or if you've started but haven't started putting in enough effort, you should start now. For the next couple of months, I'm very excited for what I have planned for you. You can expect to see at least a video every week from this week onward. And lastly, I want to announce my book. For over 4 years now, or even 5 years, I've always had students around me. I've always had UTME students around me. I've taught in physical tutorials. I've had personal students. I've taught online, and I've gathered so much information and knowledge, and I know what works and what doesn't. So all this knowledge, I've put it together into a single book, which I know is going to be very helpful to you preparing for this exam, especially if you are just new to the system and you have no real knowledge of what the exam is about and how to go about it. And I also know that UTME preparation is not just about working hard, it's also about working right. It's about working hard in the right direction. It's not just UTME, every exam, every exam have a way to prepare for them. It is not just about how hard you can work, but how well, what direction you are putting in the work. All this is what is contained in the book. I've spent a lot of time writing it, and I believe it's going to be very helpful. You're one of the first set of people hearing this, and there is a special bonus for the first 20 people that is going to be getting the book. So I'm going to put a link in the description below. You can use the link to get the book. And lastly, I have a lot of old videos I believe will still be very helpful, so you can check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.